Hello friend, this is Naval. You are watching Code with Naval. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In a last video, we saw how to configure Spring MVC application using XML file. XML based configuration we have done in a last video, as well as we have done other all configuration things cover in a last video. If you don't watch that video, then go and watch that video first, because all that project I'll continue in this video. So if you don't watch that video, then you can't understand what's going here. So in the last video we saw configuration and done the configuration and database connectivity. So in this video we are going to cover that employee CRUD operation. So let's start and finish that CRUD operation. So this is a model class, and this is the entity class, CRUD operation entity class. Here we define ID, name, department, address. I'll define two more things, salary and designation. Okay, let's save this class. Here now we are going to create a CRUD operation. That means we need one DAO class, one Hibernate class, and few more classes. Okay, I'll create I already have a created DAO class, but this class should be inside the model class, model package. Okay, first I'll create a packages. Okay, let me create package dot model service and controller. These three package we need: model, then service and controller. Let's create one more. If we create a proper package, then our project will be look nice. Okay, I'll shift this class inside the model package. Okay, I'll update this thing. Okay, let's click OK. Your class shifting DAO to model. Okay, let's check. Is there any issue? No. Okay, let's create a DAO class. Okay, and now we have DAO package, we have control package, and we have service package. So first we will create one class inside the DAO and call the required methods, call the required Hibernate method. Okay, let's create the employee class, employee DAO. This class should be component, because we are going to auto-add this class component. Here we are using Hibernate template. Create Hibernate template. Create Hibernate template variable. Just create a h small @auto-add. Okay, let's define the required method. First one is the add employee. Public void add employee dot emp. Here we use Hibernate template dot save method. Okay, for saving a new object. This is our done. Save employee, then get all employee. Get all employee. Let's create get all employee method. Public list, we are getting a list of employee. That's why create here list, employee list, get all employee emp. Here also use return type, return Hibernate template dot load all. We have here load all, and here we have to specify the return type. Our return type is employee dot class. This method is also done, get all employee. Then we have to create a get employee by using ID. Okay, get employee by ID. Let's create public. Here we are getting a single employee, that's why I am not defining here list, get emp by ID. Okay, here we will pass ID for getting a particular employee record. Return employee Hibernate template dot load. Here we have a few methods. This one is employee dot class and pass the ID. Okay, return type and ID. Then we have update employee. Okay, public void update emp. Here employee object, employee emp Hibernate template dot update employee, update entity. In an entity we pass emp. This also done. Then we need to write it delete employee, public void delete employee emp. Okay, here also we pass ID, long type ID, and delete employee. But delete employee, let's see Hibernate. I will show you Hibernate dot delete employee. Delete employee method required a entity, but here we have only ID. In that case we can first fetch the entity, then we pass Hibernate dot load employee. Okay, employee dot class and ID. What we can do in this method, is responsible to load particular employee record. So first we load that particular employee record and we pass that object inside the delete. We can define here also, but I'll use a shortcut. I'll use a code optimization also. Okay, here we define first add employee, then get all employee, then get employee by ID, then update employee, then delete employee. So employee DAO class is complete. Now we need to create a service class. Let's create a service class, employee service. Okay, this class is also component. Here define a component, or you can also define a service @service. Also define component. Here we will access employee DAO class method. Okay, that's why first create here employee DAO @wire and add here add to wire. Okay, now we will create a one by one method. First method is the add employee, public void emp. I'll use simply emp. Okay, add employee, public void add emp. Here we pass the object employee object, employee emp, and here we use employee dot add employee and pass that particular employee object. Then next one is get all employee, get all employee. Let's write the method public void public list of employee, okay, public list employee, get all employee emp, and here we write return, here we simply return employee dot get all employee. Okay, we need to import the list. I'll import list package. The second one is, first we add the add employee, then we get the get employee, then third one is the get by id, get employee emp by id. Okay, let's write here method public single employee and get by id. Here we need to pass id, long id, return should be employee dot get employee by id, and we pass the id. Okay, in this method will give us particular employee detail. We have done add employee, then get all employee, then get employee by id. Now we will create update employee, update employee, public void update employee. Here we need to pass employee object, hibernate not in this. Here we use employee dot update employee. Okay, and pass the employee object. Then now we have to create delete employee, delete employee. Let's create public void delete employee and pass the id, long type id, employee dot delete employee and pass id. Now your all method completed inside the DAO class. Add employee, get all employee, get employee by id, update employee, delete employee. This all thing covered. Our controller is not ordinary controller. It's a model controller. So let's create a class. We will see employee controller. Let's create and here define a @controller. We have to tell them this is our controller. Then create a employee service class. object here using AutoHire. Okay, employee service, and we define here @AutoHire. Let's save. Now we have to create a UI also. We have to create a few pages like a add employee page, JSP page. Then we need to create a report page. Then we need to create a edit employee page. So for time being, I'll just copy my previous project code for JSP pages. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. First we will create here add employee page. I'll define here @request mapping. Now here first method public void add employee emp. We will use shortcut. Here we define @get mapping add employee. This URL's work should be when I hit this URL, there should be open a one employee form. Okay, so that we have to define that string. I'll return that form, return add employee. Okay, but this method is looking at add employee form, but we didn't specify here. We don't have any add employee JSP page. So first create the add employee JSP page. For that I'll just copy and paste my previous project page. Okay, I'll just go to the src folder, web application, web INF, view. We have here few pages. I'll paste those pages. I'll explain you how to what inside those pages. I'll just copy and paste here, view. Here we calling add employee pages. Let's see add employee. Inside the add employee pages, I have a define here container. Also include the base.jsp page. Inside the base.jsp pages, I added the few libraries. This library for CSS, Bootstrap CSS. This library is Bootstrap CSS, and other three libraries the Bootstrap JavaScript libraries. Okay, also here we use expression language for title, for printer title. Okay, this thing we don't need right now. This thing for Ajax. Okay, I'll remove for time being. Okay, I'll also remove this line. Okay, you can get this code on a GitHub. I'll push this all code on a GitHub. Don't worry. This base.jsp file inside only define the CSS, JavaScript, those libraries. Here nothing inside the JSP page, only define the libraries. And this base.jsp file use inside the add.employee.jsp. Here I include a base.jsp file, and then I start using Bootstrap functionality like a container. Bootstrap have a container, then margin top 3, then we added here add form, add employee form. Okay, then we define a row columns inside the input element. First one is the name, second one is the designation, third one is the department. Here we define a name equal to name equal to designation. You are looking here name equal to name equal to designation. Okay, this name value, we can see here name value equal to name value equal to designation, name value equal to department. This thing and our inside model class inside variable name should be same. Again we can see name equal to designation, name equal to department, name equal to salary. This name and our employee class inside this name should be same, spelling should be same, then it will work, then your Maven, your Spring MVC will work properly. So we have added add employee form. Okay, let's go to the controller. Okay, I'll call here add employee form. Once I call add employee form, this form will open. Okay, once the form open, then here we define the insert employee. Okay, let's run this application first, then you can understand. We will see one by one, don't worry. Our Maven application is launched. Let's write here add employee for testing time in. It should be open employee, add employee form. Now we can see here add employee form. Okay, it's a pretty easy and it's looking also nice because we use here Bootstrap library. As I told you, all Bootstrap library define inside the base, and that base JSP include inside the add employee form, add employee JSP. Okay, now we are able to see the form. Once form fill and click the submit button, then this record should be submitted in a database. So for that we have to do create this URL insert employee. So let's do that. For that I'll create one more method, public string insert employee. Okay, and here post method, we pass from here post method. You can see here action is the insert employee and method type is the post. Okay, let's copy this. Okay, where is that controller? Let's copy and paste it here, slash insert employee and close. Okay, now this thing required something written. Before that, when we insert an employee, when we trigger insert employee, it's give the all data, because we inserted data here, and when we click the insert employee form submit button, and then all data should be saved. That means all data, we have to get all data from here. For getting all data, for getting that form data, we have here model one annotation, provide Spring MVC model attribute. Okay, inside a model attribute we can pass this URL. Simply copy this URL and paste it here. Okay, then we create a one model, then we get data from here. We need to store that data. For that we will create a employee emp variable, and we pass that variable inside in save employee method. Okay, we have already created service class AutoHire here. Let's copy and paste dot add employee and pass that employee. Okay, and return the same page. Okay, I'll just return the same page. Let's save. It's taking some time. initialize bin, initialize the servlet. Okay, let's try. Refresh page. I'll add something, my name Naval, then designation Java developer. Okay, then department development, salary should be random, it's too much. Okay, Pune, and I'll click submit button. Let's see, I'll click submit button. I think we got an error. Okay, write operation are not allowed in a read only mode. We made one mistake. Let's fix that mistake. Go to the employee DAO class. Here we didn't specify the transaction because when we are doing insert, update, delete, there we have to specify the transactional. Add transactional here also. Here then get employee, no need. Update transactional, on a top of delete also add the transactional. Okay, now it will work. Okay, let's try again. Go back, refresh this page. Let me check it's run or not. Okay, it's initialize. Let's refresh. Add again, same Naval, Java developer, development, salary random, and location is the Pune. Let's click submit button. You got the same page. That means your record should be inserted. Refresh, open the employee table, and now let's see, you are getting your record. So we have successfully insert our record. So now create a fetch all record and show to the report. We already copied this report, employee report JSP from our previous project. I'll show you what inside this JSP we have created. We have here also include that base.jsp. Base.jsp. Then I'll create one table. In those table I have added some headings: name, department, salary, address, designation, edit and delete. Then I'll use here expression language and get the employee, and I'll use here for each, JSTL for each. Okay, then I'll print here all employee name, employee department, employee salary, employee address. Okay, now let's create a controller. It's time to create control. We have done successfully. Save. Now it's time to fetch all data. I'll just put comment here. Load add employee form. Then second one is save employee form. Save employee form. Okay. Then third one is a load employee data. Okay, let's create a method, public string load employee. Here we are passing a data. That's why we are using here model. Which model? But there is a lots of model. We are using a org spring framework .ui. Okay, be careful, import only that yum. Then I'll put here yum dot add attribute. Here we can define employee and fetch all employee data. For getting all employee data, we'll call the employee service dot get all employee, and we will get all employee data. Then second one, we can define add attribute. We can define a title also. title employee report. Okay, now just call the employee report form. Okay, return call employee report. Let's save, add URL, get mapping. Okay, in a get mapping, employee report, save, refresh this page and change this URL, employee report. Okay, press enter. Let's check. Now we got the employee report. Recently we added 2 data. Okay, we got those data. Let's perform edit and delete operation. Okay, let's do the further operation. We have also added edit employee. Let's see the edit employee JSP. In edit employee JSP also we done the same thing. We add the base.jsp for getting all predefined libraries like a CSS, JavaScript that we defined inside the base.jsp. Then we create a form, update, we create a edit employee form. Inside there we define the ID, name, designation, all fields that we define inside the add employee. All those fields we define here also. And one more thing we define here, ID also. In add employee form there is no ID field because that time ID should be auto generated, but in case of edit ID already present there. Okay, then second thing, here we use EL, expressional language, employee.id, employee.name, employee.designation. That means we have to pass model through data employee. We have to pass in a model employee and with that particular employee data. So let's do that. Let's go to the employee controller. Let's create one more method, load edit form. This method is only responsible to view the edit form, load the edit form. Get, okay, first write the method name, public string load edit form. Here we pass path variable. Okay, first we will add the URL. Let's add get mapping. Let's check in our report which URL we have used. We have used here edit employee and then delete employee. Okay, let's copy this edit employee, paste inside the controller edit employee /id. We are passing their ID. Let's check edit employee. Okay, edit report. Here we are also passing the ID. Okay, let's get that ID. For getting URL value, URL parameter, we have a path variable annotation. Path variable. Let's add here value equal to ID and then long ID. Here we are only getting the ID but we are populating all user details in that edit form. that means we have to get that employee details. For that we will call employee emp equal to employee service dot get by id, and I'll provide that id here. We got here in this object we got that employee all details. We will provide that detail on that form. For that we have to use a model. Let's use a model m dot add attribute, here employee and pass emp. Also if you want to add title, edit employee, edit, you can pass title also, edit employee. Okay, then we return the page. Then we give the return page name. Here our page name is a edit employee. You can see here our JSP page name is the edit employee. Let's give that name here, edit employee, and save. Let's refresh all employee report. Now let's check the edit employee. So I'll click edit, and now we are getting this error, org Hibernate lazy initializer exception. Okay, let's go to the code and check what is the problem. I got the problem. Here we are using a Hibernate template dot load method. I think this load method is the lazy method. We will change. We have one more method, load and get method. So let's change and use the get method. Okay, get method is also accept two parameter. One is the return type and second one is the ID. So I'll just replace and use a get method instead of using load method. And now let's check it will work or not. I'll just open employee report, just hit the edit button. Okay, wait for a moment, it's loading the thing. Refresh page, again hit the edit button. Now it's working fine because it seems that load method is part of lazy initializer and get method is not part of that. So that's why that load method is not working here. Okay, now we need to update this value. Let's go to the controller and see here we need update. We need one updates method. Let's write public string update employee emp. Here also we get data. We use post method @ post mapping / update employee. Here we are getting data from forms. That's why here also we use model attribute, and we'll get this URL inside model attribute. Let's copy this and paste inside. Okay, then create a one variable employee emp. Okay, now we have also created variable. Okay, once it's done, then pass then use employee service for updating data employee service dot update employee and pass that variable value inside the update employee. Okay, once it's done, then return and redirect this thing, redirect colon, we are redirecting to the employee report. Let's copy the employee report and paste it here. Okay, save, all thing is good. We first call the update employee, then we get update employee data and we pass update employee method. Once it's successfully executed, then redirect to the employee report. Okay, let's copy this. Where is our update edit employee? Paste here, update employee, save, refresh. Okay, refresh one more time. Novel, I'll change novel to novel chain. Okay, novel, and click the submit button. We are getting error here, post not support. Okay, what is the issue? Employee control post mapping, we use here post mapping. Then model attribute, update employee, employee emp, then return redirect, request method post not support. That means we have to add this thing here, slash employee edit employee, then update employee, because our edit employee is still live there, still alive. Then edit employee is responsible to handle the update employee. That's why first we have to put here edit employee, then update employee. Okay, because it's update employee, it's part of edit employee. Okay, let's go to the browser again, refresh, change name, submit. Again we also did the same thing. Let's try one more time, it should be work this time. Okay, then again edit, I'll change Navalchan Meher, then submit. It's working fine now. Okay, one more thing is remain, delete employee. Let's work on that. Create a delete employee, public string delete employee. Here we got the ID, that's why path @ path variable and path variable type is long ID. Just add here @get mapping / delete employee / pass the ID that we ID got here, and that ID we will pass for deleting the record. Let's call here employee service dot delete employee by ID. Once record is deleted, then it should be redirect to the employee report page. Let's copy the return statement from first method, paste, save, check this delete employee should be same in employee report. I'll paste here, employee, save, refresh. Okay, let's hit the delete button. Okay, it's working fine. Add one more. I'll add Kiran, designation QA, department QA, salary I'll put just random Pune, and click the submit button. Okay, but we remain on one thing. Okay, just go to the controller, redirect to the employee page. Just copy this and go to employee report, insert. Okay, whenever our new record inserted, it should be redirect to the employee report. Save, refresh, add one more name. I'll Raj, developer, development, salary should be random, and address is Pune. Submit. Now you can see here our 4 record is added. So I want to edit this 7th number record, Raj to Rajkumar. Just change name and hit the submit button. Here is a change it. Here the update is successfully reflected. So in this video we saw how to deal with CRUD operation using a model. In our next video we will see how to perform a CRUD operation using Ajax. That's very important. Okay, in next video we will create a single page application using Ajax and we will perform the CRUD operation. If you like this video, then please like, share, subscribe. Okay, let's goodbye and we will meet in a next video.